Hi, my name's Leighton Jin. I'm the Director of Development for the American Documentary and Animation Film Festival, also known as AmDocs, March 21st to 25th. We're in the home stretch. We're coming in this week. I have a terrific interview with a wonderful filmmaker. I'm going to struggle with her name a little bit. Uh, Atifa, and I'm going to have you pronounce your last name for me, please.
So I can do it by myself. My name is Atefeh Khademolreza, and I'm so happy to be here.
Well, thank you very much. And I was just reading a little bit about your film, and it just sounds terrific. It's called Meteor. Can you talk to me a little bit about your film?
Sure. Meteor is a short documentary, like a short animated documentary with a surreal touch. Meteor is about sadness, strength, and hope, and it's about how hard it is to be yourself in a country like Iran. And if I want to tell you more details about my story, it's a very personal story, and by sharing a personal story, I try to bring attention to the issue of misogyny and homophobia in Iran. And the story is about the mysterious death of my close friend in Iran who identified himself as gay, and how his death affected my life and turned me to an activist.
Um, Now, I read somewhere one of your previous articles that you kind of touched on the subject, but you were always avoiding trying to be critical of Iran. Uh, what changed with this one? Was it just the trauma of losing your friend, or was there something more to that?
It was something more about that. You know, like Meteor started as a viral intervention. It started as a project in the viral intervention program created by John Grayson. And when I entered to that program, my first idea was totally different. But then it was at the same time that the woman life freedom movement began in Iran after Mahsa Jina Amini's death.
Mhm.
And witnessing how Iranian people stood up for their right gave me the courage to share my own story um, without censoring myself. Growing up in an oppressive under an oppressive regime meant I had to censor myself for my survival. And even after my immigration to Canada in a free country, I continued to avoid criticizing Iranian regime in my film because I wanted to be able to go back to Iran. But then, revolutionary movement of women life freedom taught me that achieving freedom comes with a price, and we must be willing to pay. So I decided to make Meteor. So I started working on my own story, sharing with the other people.
Can you talk about your evolution as a filmmaker? Because obviously, how you were raised, how you grew up in Iran, kind of shaped a lot of your stories. Can you talk about how it shaped you as a storyteller and then the evolution of being a storyteller through all your projects?
Yeah, well, when I was in Iran and I started making films, especially short films, I focused on like very personal story, or like I started making things very abstract, not going straight or directly to a subject that I wanted to criticize it, because I wanted to continue being a filmmaker in Iran.
Mhm.
Um, and I was keep censoring myself and not talking about the things that was annoying or like it was against my right as a woman. But then when I came to Canada, still I never used Iranian woman in my film because if I wanted to show them without a scarf, I didn't have this permission to show my film in Iran. And I was still in touch with my career, my like work in Iran, and I didn't want to lose that kind of opportunity to still be in touch with my friends and family and this stuff. But then when Woman Life Freedom happened, I was like, I am in this world only once in my life during this magical things that happen, and I want to use art and filmmaking as a tool to change um, things. At least I don't know that I can say I can use changing word as a word here, but I want to do something. I want to be part of this movement because I was living there and I know how hard it is, how difficult it is to be yourself in a country like Iran. I'm sure that there are lots of other countries that, especially women, had lots of trouble to have their like basic rights.
Mhm.
And yeah, so now, especially these days, I'm putting more effort to make things clear and amplify my like people's voice through my film.
How much, I don't know if you can answer this, but how much courage does it take to get to this point and to tell these stories? Because obviously it affected you in your early projects where you didn't feel like you could be as open or as just as open, maybe not as clear. But now that's the direction you want to go. How much courage do you think it takes for you to do that? Because I think living in America, we don't quite understand the kind of life that you live without being open to express yourself. Because in America, everyone expresses themselves. Sometimes that's a problem. but but it's
Yeah.
just to help us understand from a different culture.
Um, it was very hard for me. I had lots of, it was very challenging because by making this kind of films and just saying it loudly that I want to talk about LGBT community, especially in Iran. It means that you cannot go back to Iran.
Mhm.
It means that you have to understand that, I was born there and I have lots of memories. I just came to Canada with two suitcases, and all of my books, all of my photos, albums are still there. And my sisters, my family, part of my family are living there. And I'm just saying that, okay, by this decision, I cannot go back. And even I cannot work with my friends in Iran because if like in I hope that I can do it. But yeah, so it was very challenging. I think when since Women Life Freedom movement happened, and I saw that Mahsa Amini just was killed, um, I was like, it could be me, you know. It could be me, or it could be my sister. It could be my best friend. So, what's the difference? Until when I want to be just a witness and doing nothing, you know. And then immediately after that, I was like, okay, that's enough. And I started posting lots of um, stuff in my Instagram, and then I worked on Meteor. I started writing other scripts. So yeah, I turned to an activist openly. can say.
Has your friend who inspired Meteor, has his family seen this work? Have you had a chance to show it to them? And if so, what do they think of it?
Um, are you talking about the main character that I made?
Uh,
He passed, yeah, he passed
but
away,
did
but
you get a
he
chance
has,
to show his family? That's what I meant.
yeah, yeah. So, because they are still in Iran, I wanted to keep their identity and their name hidden, and I didn't want to use the real name, so I use a fake name
Hmm.
uh, because I was thinking, what if this film right now is traveling in different festivals, and I don't want to put them in danger. Uh, so I was like, okay, I had lots of I had lots of footage with my friend, but I didn't want to use them because if I did, I was like, okay, then it can have lots of effect on um, the family in Iran.
Hmm.
So I try to use animation because of that, and use
Hmm.
abstract images to convey my emotion and feeling through them.
Is there any plans to expand on Meteor, make it a longer film, or are you going to move to different topics now?
Um, I think for sure, if I have the opportunity to make a longer documentary about what is happening in Iran in terms of women life freedom movement and LGBT community, I will do it. But right now, I'm working on other feature film. It's still is it has the same, not same, but it has it's about how a government can put your house like a prison and keep you there.
Mhm.
So the topic and subject is somehow in the same mood and tone, uh, but this is fiction. It is not documentary. But I inspired this film from my own life,
Mhm.
my childhood. So um, and I can say that I'm continuing my way through this path, and I'm trying to use my own life experience to tell my stories because I believe that sharing personal story can bring more, can like connect uh, s- like a small idea to a very big issues like
Mhm.
human rights, like personal freedom, social justice, by just only sharing a very uh, small personal story, we can connect to a very big issues.
That's beautiful. Um, what kind of hope do you have for change back in Iran after the protest?
I would like that people can have their basic rights. Like if I want to, I have this right to choose really if I want to wear hijab or not. Women life freedom is about like having our own freedom, like and not forcing us to you know right now the government forcing us to what to wear, what to eat, what not to eat, like very very basic things. um so yeah, I hope that these things change, but it's not only about our government. I can say that people also need to like um, open their mind through queer communities, queer people in Iran, um, because lots of beliefs based on religion and also like traditions cause people show some reaction to this community that cause lots of pressure on them, and yeah.
And then is this the first film you used animation, or was that part of how much
No, it's
animation
not.
have you?
It's not my first animation. It's my, I can say it's my third professional experience that I had in animation. Yeah, that I've had in animation.
What do you hope the audience gets out of your film? Is that
Well, I like that. I hope that audience can feel empathy and compassion about these challenges, and it might inspire them to support movements that stands for equality and justice.
it's funny. Yesterday, I spoke to the filmmakers of a film called The Pursuit of Equality. It's a 20-year-old film about Gavin Newsom. Right now, he's the governor of California. Back then, he was the mayor of San Francisco. And before his legal, he issued marriage licenses to same-sex couples, and it created a huge national controversy. And so there's a documentary following that. So it's a very interesting topic, and we have a lot of strong features or films about LGBT rights and equal rights. So this one's going to be another amazing one that's part of our festival. So we're really proud to have your film. I
That's
really
great.
appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about this. And and you won't be able to make it here, so we'll be thinking of you, and try to stay warm. I know you're in Canada, so it's very cold.
It is. It's getting warmer. Actually, we didn't have that much cold winter this year. That was very everyone were so surprised. But yeah, but still it's cold. Especially for me. I'm coming from Iran. It's like very sunny country. In here it's like we're just shaking, breathing.
We're in the desert. We don't understand that kind of cold weather. That's We have a lot of Canadians come out here during the winter, so you know,
Yeah, hope to see you next year.
I hope so too, or somewhere down the line. Hopefully, we'll catch up and meet in person.
Yeah,
Well, thank
thank
you
you.
so much for your time. I really appreciate. Just a reminder, everyone, the American Documentary and Animation Film Festival, March 21st to 25th at the Palm Springs Cultural Center. The Sean Penn on opening night is sold out, but we have a lot of terrific films, just like Meteor. So I encourage you to get online and get your tickets soon. It's a great festival. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking time to speak with me.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.